Today's one of those days that you just want to get a blanket and get on the couch.
Honey, what do we call those days?
Poopy rain days. And you just do nothing. It's not only is it rainy, but it's windy. I'm sure it's a little hard to see, but the rain's just kind of coming in sideways, just blasting in the face. It's freaking freezing outside. But I have a saying. That is, if you're afraid to do work in the rain in Panama, you're never going to get anything done, because we get 200 inches of rain a year here. And right now, this is actually a good site because we lost about a quarter of the water in our rain tanks, and now we can fill those babies back up, which will keep us going for at least another couple months.
I don't know if it's just me. I don't think it's just me. But I'm pretty sure my baby's a genius. Well, she's only 3 months old and she's already grabbing for the ball already. Open your hands. Oh, look at you holding the ball. Turn these lights off. Oh, I gotta consider the energy today. Oh my. Super zoomed. So we got the guys over here helping us out with the rock wall.
Sadie's looking more and more like she lives in Panama. Look how tan she's looking.
She does have a tan, and like we've been like protecting her from the sun as much as we can, but like, I mean, there's only so much you can do. I freaking love these purple wildflowers so much. And they only come out once a year for a very short bit, which is usually right at the start of the dry season. They pop up and they spread all over our entire land, and it's so freaking beautiful. The thing that I'm really looking forward to is berry season. We have wild berries that pop up all over our land as well. We'll definitely be foraging those. Hola, Iberto! Sadie, it's fair to say Sadie absolutely loves Iberto. So for those of you guys who have caught our baño sign, this hasn't always been there. And the reason being is we had that for when we had the Farm Fest up here a couple weeks ago. And we had tiki torches coming all throughout the jungle here to lead you to our very new and improved baño. So our idea with Farm Fest was to make everything out of hay bales, including the toilet. So we basically just dug a massive hole into the ground and stuck 2 hay bales, piece of wood, cut out a hole, bought an actual toilet seat. We fancy out here. And we've been loving it. As we've told you guys before in the past, our Nature's Head just doesn't really work out super well here because it's so humid outside. So it doesn't get dry enough to work properly. So that's been our toilet lately. To be honest, I've actually been loving it. Yes, it kind of sucks coming out here in the rain, but luckily we haven't had much rain yet. So it's been working out just fine. While the boys are outside enduring this treacherous weather right now. It's not that treacherous, it's just for Panama, it's a little bit cold, it's rainy, it's windy, it's wet. So I'm in here trying to keep this fire going, trying to keep it nice and dry in here as much as we can. I still have Sadie's clothes out drying that I'm trying to get dry by the end of the day today. And I think I'm gonna make us some nice warm soup today. It's definitely one of those soup kind of days. Sade's over here taking a little snooze.
This rain just isn't gonna stop. It comes and it goes and it comes and it goes. So rather than try to fight with the camera and try and do all that stuff, we're getting all the waterproof cameras out so we can just keep going. Oh! Ah! Ah! All the rocks, whew, it's slippery out here too. All the rocks just keep sliding off from all the rain. So we're just gonna work on the footer of this row right here, and then this one right here. Vámonos, Alberto. Trabajamos en el sol, en la brisa, en la lluvia. Tough day. Wheelbarrow just broke. It's leaking like crazy. This is how we mix all of our cement in this wheelbarrow, so I think we're gonna have to go and get a new one.
What's going on out here?
What's up, dude?
Woo! Look at that, bro. $8.99. Hey, not a bad deal, bro. Not a bad deal.
The other one was Best Buy and was like $3. So
it is true. Rodrigo came and told us the other day that he hit his head.
So dumb.
These guys are so mean, bro. You gotta tell him up.
I still love them.
Be like, I look sexy in my blue helmet.
Sexy boy. Got me the blue boy.
What are you doing? You're supposed to still be sleeping, silly Bubba. That was only like a quick 20-minute nap. Are you all done?
It is funny though, because I feel like every time she goes to sleep, I'm like anticipating the moment when she wakes up. I just love when she's awake.
I don't know either, say. I don't know. You just gotta get used to it sometimes. This is kind of how she is.
It's just one of those days. This workshop, our home, gets very dirty, very fast, especially on muddy days like today. Open the oven.
Did you make banana bread?
Open the oven.
You made banana bread.
How did you know? How did you know?
Did you put cheese on top of it?
Cheese.
It looks like cheese on top of there.
No, it's powdered sugar.
We're calling it. It's like a death trap walking along here. It's so slippery. I've fallen so many times. And we got the footer all done. We got this footer all done. You can kind of start to see the layout. We got a rock wall coming here, and then another one that's going to go there. These are all going to be retaining walls for paths that we're going to have going all the way down. We've been working in the rain and in the wind all day, and the sun's setting now, and I'm calling it quits. Sadie's getting very close to her bedtime right now, and she's getting a little bit fussy. She always gets pretty fussy right around this time. But this, the fire, is what's keeping her happy right now. She just loves watching the flames and like watching them like dance around. And it's almost like she responds the same as when she's looking at a screen or looking at like my laptop while I'm editing, which I've been trying to keep her away from that like desperately because I don't want her to get into that habit already.
Can't be a naked girl all day long. We're going places.
It's pretty early. It's about 7 a.m. and we're leaving town. We got a little business deal we gotta go make, and we figured we'd bring you guys with us. Look at that view, honey. That's insane. I don't know why I didn't get glasses earlier.
I know.
This makes everything look so much better.
It does.
You ready to go, sweet pie?
If any of you guys are new around here, or maybe this is your first time watching one of our videos, then you might not know that Kaylee and I have a coffee business. And we live in a town that produces arguably the best coffee in the world. It's up there in the top 2 or 3. So we gotta go do some business. I got my 1 bean at a time shirt on, which I figure like is pretty fitting.
Oh, you're rocking it.
I did wear it to bed last night, but in Panama, people don't really care if you smell a little bit.
That's true, that's true. So this is the road that we live on. And every single morning, we see these guys making their way up to the coffee farms that surround all our land. And they have a bucket and a ladder in hand.
This is the harvest season, so all the coffee fruit is just starting to get ready, and they're all going to pick all the coffee up here now. Look at you with the pink hat.
Wasn't that Rodrigo's?
He was.
We drove all the way to the other side of the volcano to come here. We're at Jansen's Coffee Farm. Look at this place, it is beautiful. And we're here to do some business. We're here to buy some of the most rare coffee in the whole world. We're going on a little adventure, and we're gonna be leaving Sadie behind with Dolly, Arturo's wife. She is our most trusted babysitter, and we know that she's in good hands. She has a lot of experience being a mother.
Yes. Yes.
This is why we can't bring the baby in here, as you can imagine. I mean, as much as I would love to and bring her along for a ride, it's just not super safe.
It's your favorite. Nobody else's.
This is what we're here for. Here's all the coffee being laid out to dry. You can see these 2 different colors. These are 2 different drying processes. This yellow white coffee here is a washed coffee. What you're seeing is the actual bean that when you pull coffee out of your bag and you see those brown beans, these are those exact beans, but they're just not roasted yet. That's why they're white and they're yellow. Where this over here, this is natural coffee, and why it's red is the fruit is still intact, and all the sugars of that fruit are now being absorbed into those beans, and then all that fruit will be stripped off, so you get a sweeter cup. So if you like sweeter coffee, natural's more for you, but if you like that like chocolatey, cacao, I think it tastes a little bit like marshmallows. If you like those kind of flavors in your coffee, the wash is more for you.
So this is the coffee that we're here to buy. This is a geisha coffee. All of this is geisha coffee. And that's one of the rarest coffees you find in the world, and one of the sought after coffees here in Panama.
I'll check it out though. With every coffee that we buy, we always come to where it's grown, and we want to see everything from not only how it's being dried to how it's being grown and how the trees look. And these are the exact trees of the coffee that we're gonna buy. And so far, they look pretty dang healthy, as Arturo says. They look sexy, boy.
They look sexy.
So something you'll notice with these trees specifically is even though they're really, really tall, there's a lot less fruit on them than your typical coffee plants. And the reason being is geisha actually yields only 1/5 of the amount of coffee than a typical coffee plant. Also, it takes double the amount of time. So for geisha, it takes 4 to 5 years for fruit to actually even start producing on the plant. So basically, geisha is just a much, much harder coffee plant to grow. I just gotta say,
It's like
I'm pretty sure Jordan and I and Arturo have the coolest freaking job ever.
This is Mike Jansen behind me here, and he's the owner of this farm. He's owned it since the 80s. And just going around with people like him who have so much knowledge, over 30 years of farming coffee, going around with him and picking his brain and learning is just so much fun for me. And one thing I talked to him about, as a lot of you guys know, we kind of are a little bit skeptical about all the organic coffee that we've seen in the United States. In our recent trip back, it was like, man, every single coffee here is organic, and it's like $9 or $10 for a pound. How is that possible with everything that we've seen here and how hard it is and how expensive it is? And I asked Mike Jansen about it to see what he said, and I think you guys will appreciate his response. So question, in the United States, there's this huge push of organic coffee. A lot of it's coming from Costa Rica. Yeah, how much of that do you think is actually organic?
Bullshit, most of it.
That's what I thought.
Sorry about the word, but if you use the right things, all the foliar that I use come from Italy, and they're all organic, seaweeds, everything, very expensive.
And sometimes it's $8.99 a pound for organic coffee. $9 a pound, $10 a pound for organic coffee.
Yeah, but it's not organic.
Kaylee can't stand being away from her for an hour. That ends our time at the Jansen Coffee Farm. We're heading out of here. How much geisha did we buy from these guys?
We bought 300 kilograms, 660 pounds.
We bought 660 pounds of geisha washed from these guys. Now it's time to go roast it. We're back in the coffee lab now. We have the geisha from Jansen's. We're gonna start roasting it up. Does this make you excited, Arturo?
Of course. Oh, you know how this makes me feel. Don't play with my feelings. Now, you see, if we do a thorough examination, there are no broken beans.
Ooh, you hear that sound, baby? So with this coffee in particular, we're actually roasting it in much smaller batches. So it's 4-pound batches, and we're roasting it to accentuate certain flavors. And roasting coffee isn't really like baking cookies. There's a lot of science to it.
I know we've been talking a big game about this geisha, but geisha, it isn't like typical coffee, just like how champagne isn't like wine. This is like the champagne of wine. How else would you compare it?
Well, it is a very high-end, very delicate version of the coffee. So if you are expecting it to punch you in the face, to wake you up in the morning, you rather look for another one of our options.
So we named this coffee Genesis, kind of as like a celebration of the new year, our new beginning, Sadie's new beginning. Woo! All this stuff kind of in one. So if any of you guys want to try it out, we have a very limited quantity available, but there's a link down in the description if you want to try it out. I love days working with coffee, learning about coffee, just keep getting better and better at our craft, keep making our business better and better. But it's time to get out of here because I think Sadie's had enough with coffee for today, and we need to keep making our farm better and better. So we're heading back up to the farm now. I'm sick of laying rocks. So is Sadie. So I don't want to do this anymore. I just need like one day, or maybe 2 days. Maybe today and like a little bit of tomorrow to not do rocks for a little bit.
Well then what the heck do you want to do?
You know, we need to expand our storage a little bit.
We need to expand our storage a lot of it.
We got some of Sade's stuff, just like, basically we just don't have a place for any of Sade's
It's all
stuff.
up in the loft. We don't even want to show you guys. The loft is an absolute disaster right now.
Thank God you guys can't see it at all, but we've planned on having a storage unit over here for a while, and I just have been kind of dragging my feet on it. We started on Rodrigo's house, which took up a lot of time, and now I'm really thankful that we have some time to kind of knock some stuff off of this list, to kind of finish some stuff. This workshop is functional, it's not beautiful. So we're trying to kind of elevate that a little bit and make it look a little bit better.
Step it up a little bit. I'm sorry to interrupt your thought, honey,
I'm deep in it.
but I need to tell the people something.
What do you need to tell them?
So now that Jord has short hair,
Honey, you don't need to tell them this.
can you guys see this?
You don't need to tell them this.
Can you guys see this right now?
It's blonde hairs.
He has grays.
They're blonde.
No,
I'm a dirty blonde, honey.
those are grays.
Blonde.
100% grays.
No.
Or should I say whites? You're getting old, honey.
One.
George just turned 30, so he's getting up there. Hi, baby girl. Daddy has the grays. Say, Dada, you're an old man. You're an old man. You know when they level up to serious dad mode is when they start doing construction in their Crocs.
I mean, the guy at the coffee farm was wearing Crocs too, you know. I want to be just like that guy.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying you are leveling up to like dad. Like it's like way up there now.
We got 3 different projects going on at the same time on the farm. Kaylee's standing right now working on the cabinet. Enrique is doing all the rock work. I'm so happy that we have Enrique and Iberto to help me doing things that I don't feel like doing. And today I definitely don't feel like laying down any rocks. So they're hopping on that. And then down on this end of the farm, Rodrigo is getting back to working on his A-frame house. We're gonna be spending a little less time down here because we already have 2 of the A's up. Rodrigo is just gonna be duplicating those 2 A's and getting those in over there. There's a lot of stuff up at the workshop that's just like not done yet. And now that we have a baby, we just need to finish some things. We kind of just need to go through and finish everything. We were so excited to get started on Rodrigo's house that we left a lot of stuff, like 80% of the way there. But I'll still be down here helping him as much as I can. Both of us, all of us, will be all bouncing back and forth, coming down here, helping him hold the tape, definitely helping him raise the A's. Basically all the big stuff we'll be here for. We'll make sure we share that with you guys. But if you want to see every single step along the way, Rodrigo has a YouTube channel, so go and watch his channel. It's The Jungle Boy.
Woohoo! Do we have the right router piece for it?
Yeah.
Bit while you.
Yeah, you're gonna use that. You're gonna use the.
Alright, baby, 1 second.
Things are just a little bit slower with this little Bubba. She gets all the attention first, and right now she's just not very happy. She wants to go to bed and she wants to go to sleep, and we're not allowing her to, so she's getting a little fussy. No sniffing glue, sweetie.
Move your butt. Move your butt.
Alright, now we're gonna try to get this cabinet up in place. We're losing daylight here, and Kake's gonna be done soon, and Enrique's heading home soon, so I wanna try to get this stuff up while we have some muscle. Let's see how this goes. Okay, good.
Do you need me?
3, 2, 1, up. Now we're good. Good.
Súbela.
Perfecto.
That's it. Did the hard part. It's not 100% done yet. We got the 4 brackets in. We still need to put some pieces going this way. But that's a lot of storage. That's where all Sadie's clothes are gonna go, and I'm gonna try and take as much of that space as possible for all my camera gear, but we'll see how that ends up.
It's so hard to tell you guys apart now. Hi, beauty. Hi, handsome man. Is this your friend? Say hi, baby.
I'm really excited to tell you guys, I'm pretty confident that Camilla's pregnant. I've never bred goats before, and I don't know what a pregnant goat looks like, but she hasn't been in heat since we bred them. And when they're in heat, it's very obvious. They're like screaming and they're yelling at the males and their tails wagging, they're going crazy. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna be having baby goats on this farm.
That's gonna be insane.
In like 3 months.
Ah, don't break my coat. Don't break my coat.
That actually wasn't as bad as it usually is during the windy season. The wind kind of died down a little bit, so it wasn't too bad, but that shower situation is temporary.
Oh, Bubbies.
She wants to mommy.
Honey. Hello.
I don't know where you went.
Mama had to go take a shower and get all clean.
I had to go to the bathroom and she didn't like it. There we go. Done. For now. I'm so happy that all this stuff finally has a home. So much of this stuff has just been like flopping around this workshop. From the drones to the probe lens to our track to our gimbal. And then all these chargers didn't really even have a home either. Our DeWalt, Milwaukee, all of our camera gear. Everything finally has its spot. It's all organized. And here's all Sadie's stuff right here. That's it. Took up a lot less space than I thought. And I'm kind of happy. We were going to do 1 foot by 1 foot boxes all the way. But when we put it up, honestly, I just got pretty lazy. And I started just kind of putting stuff away. And then I was like, I'm just going to leave it and just put all these brackets in right in the middle so the wood doesn't bow. But it's late now. It's 8 p.m. We got up at 6 a.m. to go to the coffee farm. We're tired. Pretty productive day. I mean, getting a lot more organized, gonna start improving our quality of life a little bit, but I need to go shower now. I'm exhausted. Kaylee's exhausted. Sadie's exhausted. It's time for bed. See you guys next time.